Oh, hey everyone, it's Rexer here. I just want to say there's only one show better than the Rexer show, and that's Glen's Retro Show. And you know how I describe his show in one word?
Excellent.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on today's edition of Glen's Retro Show. Well, I came home from the office and of course it's raining outside. So what is a better thing for the postman to do than to leave a package out in the rain, right? Aces. But what did I get? What kind of package did I get? Well, something I personally can't wait to open up and look at. New Wave Toys' Asteroids. Asteroids is one of my favorite games, so this will be just a quick unboxing and a little gameplay video. Let's have a look and see what's in the box from the New Wave Toys Asteroids. Okay, the fun part's always opening your new toys. Let's take a look at what we have in here from New Wave Toys. Of course, I have a razor blade that's probably not so sharp, but that's okay. It's still sharper than the tape is strong, I'm sure. There we go. I tell you, I have so much excitement and joy from stuff from New Wave Toys. I've yet to get something in here that didn't excite me. Let's see what we got here. In their typical faction, we have the outside box, which has their branding on it, which is nice. Of course, it got rained on, which of course really ticks Glen off because Glen likes to keep his boxes. But, oh well. We have the nicer box inside. So let's take a look and see what we have in here. As if we didn't know. Let's put this box to the side for a moment and take a look at what you get inside. So they do a really nice job. I mean, this was kind of done quickly. This was pretty much promoted early December, and well, here it is in January. They were actually trying to get it out in December as well, but that's okay. It is here now. So the box looks really good. They have you know, the Asteroids logo on here, the Atari logo from the good era, from the late 70s, which is good. Now the Asteroids arcade machine came out in 1979. I remember one of my favorite games of playing it like crazy. They gave me some dimensions in here, of course, the New Wave Toys logo, and they just do just little touches on the box. You know, no one gets really crazy over this but me. But let's open up and see what's inside. So once again, they have these little side loading things. I do like what they have on here. You know, they're showing like the arcade machine. If I can get a little bit lower here, you can see they have, like, you know, if you have it with a flat cart, keep it out of the rain. See, post office, keep this out of the rain, which you did not do. And liquids away. But like how they have the cart in there, like you're reeling in the actual arcade machine into your smelly pizzeria or arcade back in the day. Now a lot of times they put a little piece of tape in here. I think they did that again. Oh, it's really holding in there good. Man, they really put that one in there good. Oh, you know how I get when I get my box ruined. Dang. Well, I got a crease in my box, so New Wave Toys, not too happy about that. But, oh, there we go. There we go. I'm going to move this camera just a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so they did a really nice job once again. Now, they actually had two versions of, there's a shrink wrap on here right now. They had two versions of this. I wanted the pristine, fresh, nice one. But they also had one that was like, you know, been abused, cigar stains, cigarette stains on it. And a lot of people like that, but I like my stuff pristine. And what's neat about this as well, we'll try it in a little bit. When this stays in the light for a while, this is supposed to glow. Which again, is a nice touch on the box. Who does that? I tell you who does that, New Wave Toys. You know who else puts really strong tape on a box? New Wave Toys. Maybe not so much in there, fellas. Use Velcro. Because people like me want to keep their boxes and not have them all bent and damaged. I know I'm a little crazy, but that's why you guys love me, right? So get that out of the box. We'll put this one down as well. And the box is, of course, shrink wrapped. And again, it's a 12-inch replica Asteroids. Looks and plays and controls like the original Asteroids arcade machine. I can see on here they have the volcano buttons on here, which was a classic thing on Asteroids, you know, and Missile Command back in the day. And their buttons on here are probably going to be just as good as they had on Tempest and Street Fighter and the other games. They have the slightly different coin doors that the arcade had back in the day as well. I'm dying at the end of the video, we'll put it on here, I'm dying to see how this looks with this glow-in-the-dark outline here on the asteroids. My camera can even pick it up, I don't even know. But again, beautiful job on the box. This box is extremely well protected in two other boxes that one I'm mad at the post office and the other one I'm just mad at myself. I don't know. But here we go over here. Again, you can feel this layer here that's going to glow in the dark. You can actually feel it on the outline right here. And I'm noticing, let's see something over here. Aha! Yes, sir. So the line here is not in the right spot. It must have broke off and they tried to fix it. Wrong person to give it to, guys. But in any case, it's there. And they do include their coins, which is something they always kind of do. And an illuminated marquee, which is something that they're also very famous for. Just some information on the back. It features the 1979 Asteroids arcade machine in 1/6 scale. Limited production, 40th anniversary edition. God, 40 years, man. I'm 52. So, yeah, I guess so. Actually, I'm not 52 yet. I'm 51. Not quite yet, but soon. High resolution screen, optimized. The Atari Owl metal coin doors. Plays like the original arcade machine. And that's basically their basic spiel that they have on here. But let's get this thing open. I want to see the asteroids itself. Even though my box has got some botched artwork on it. Let's take a look. Get this off of here. I know people say this is so satisfying, but me personally, I almost want to keep it in this plastic forever. But then you can't enjoy it, Glenn. I know. Sometimes just looking at the box is enjoyment enough. Get our plastic out of the way. I'm going to cover this thing up and get it out of my sight. Get out of my sight. So we can see right here, on the outline, you can see the outline is really, really nice. On here, that yellow. And also on this side over here, but dun dun dun, not on this side. Glenny's got a boo-boo on his machine. Looks like it could have been a misprint. I don't know. But in any case, maybe it'd be worth something to someone someday. Not my son, because he'll probably throw this away when I die. But again, the box looks great. And you know what? It's been in the light a few minutes. I'm going to turn the lights off here. Let's just see if it does in fact glow in the dark. It may need more light. I don't know. But we're going to try it. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Not quite yet. Oh, no, it is glowing. But I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It might be too dim for the camera. It is. But it is definitely glowing. Maybe we'll leave it on later and try it again. Put in some good light. Turn the lights back on. But the box does glow, which is kind of neat. But it just definitely was not bright enough for my camera here to pick up. So let's get this thing out of the box. Let's take a look at the actual game itself. Again, a beautiful job they're doing these boxes here. Very, very nice. Oh, we have some things in here. Let's see what we got. We're going to start with this first. It's just our standard USB charging cable. These machines should be charged before you use it, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to use it before then. And they always include some cool things here. So they have an original Asteroids operator's manual in here. We'll take a look inside. We have our little micro coins and a looks like just basically a different control panel on here. Let's take a look at it and see what we got in here. Let's open it up. Let's start with that control panel thingy. Open up bag. Your old bag. Okay, so we definitely have, which is always nice, these tiny little coins, which is always really nice. It's a shame you can't put it in the machine to actually put the the credits in, but oh well. And this is just a sticker here, which is I guess a different control panel the machine would have had. I don't remember seeing this one myself, but that is okay. And the manual's got a good paper stock. It feels really good in the hand. And I have no idea if this glows in the dark as well, but it does have that kind of like same color. That'd be kind of cool if it did. I have no idea if it does. But they go over their information in the machine. And again, it's pretty much the same for all of them. The two coin doors, they illuminate, and by pressing one, you get your credits. Pressing the other one will get you to a special menu. It gives you the scoring and how to navigate the different menus. It's very well done. Of course, that's the English, which is like 2 pages, and then it goes to Spanish and other languages. But again, very, very, very nice. But now let's get to what we really want to see. This is nice, but we want to see the machine. I know I do. Pull this thing up. out of the way, and oh, that is a thing of beauty. That is a thing of beauty. I can't tell you how much I love Asteroids. It's just one of my favorite games. I'm gonna have to flip this thing up and turn it over to get it out. There we go. We want to make sure we don't damage anything because Glenn freaks out when boxes and things get damaged. We don't want that to happen. So, very nice. Oh, that really looks good. We got to take out this plastic bag. Remember, kids, don't put this over your face afterwards. It's not healthy. So we don't want to do that. So we'll take our nice little blade here. Yeah, the very dull blade. But cut the tape. Gotta cut the tape. Tape is cut. Let's get this thing out of the box. And oh, I cannot wait to turn this sucker on. Tape, 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 tape. Too much tape. No time for no tape. There we go. Oh ho ho! Oh, that is, wow. That is nice. Get a nice close shot up here of the machine. Of course, they have this plastic on the front, which we definitely want to take off. Don't need that. Off. Very nice. And they did a nice job trying to recreate the 3D CRT there with the bezel there. But we have our Asteroids, marquee. The buttons here, which again feel very nice. They do feel good. We have our two volcano buttons. Our owl eyes. You can see like two eyes and the nose of the owl there for the coins. The coin door always opens up, and it still does right here for a little secret spot down there to put, a little stash of something. But I'm actually looking at this here, and now it looks like only the center lights up because of these owls coins here. They don't illuminate because they're metal. So the center 25 cents will illuminate on there, but the buttons still do depress on there. The artwork on the side, very good. Now, what's good about these here? These are wood, wood and plastic, which is nice. The artwork is beautiful on here. I always like the Asteroids artwork on here, and the shape of the cabinet, very nice. We come to the back of the unit, and up top we have our power button and our volume, and our light lights up when it's powered on, obviously. And in the back, there's just typical speaker here that looks like it's like locked down, like some machines used to have in the back of it. Atari, 40 years, and my limited edition of 3500, I am number 1020. We have our charge port and our two little decals, or holographic decals, that cover up the screw holes in the back. And what's kind of nice too is they actually have on the wood, it's kind of like, looks like it's bezeled a little bit. Looks nice. I didn't notice on any of their other machines on here, but not too bad. Actually, what I think it's probably just maybe the Fox trim is probably just a smidgen off on one side. But you know what? It doesn't look bad, so whatever. Looks okay. We have our other side here as well. And again, no bubbles in the artwork. It's put on very, very well. I'm trying to get the better lighting on it. But it looks really, really nice. And, the weight and the size of these are really, really good. I know, Numbskull makes theirs. It's bigger. I have their Pac-Man. But it's just a little too big for my taste. These, I think, will sit much better on a shelf or on a desk. People come over and see them and still be playable. So let me try and get some of the stuff out of the way so we can actually turn this thing on and try it out. Get stuff out of the way, move these coins and these other things out of the way. A very different video for Glenn, just shooting from the hip. Now what I'm going to do is plug in some power as well. Okay, once again, you should always make sure you fully charge your new Wave Toys machine before you do what I'm doing right now. It's what they recommend. But since I am doing this for you guys, I'm going to take one for the team here and just kind of plug in power and go from there. It does have a micro USB on the back, so I'm going to plug that in. And the power switch, I'm going to hit back here, and let's just see what happens. Maybe I'll get a little bit closer too. You can see right there, there is a battery charging indicator on the machine. I have to go back a little bit because you can't get it all on the screen. There we go, right about there. Okay, I'm going to go turn this on. It's still charging, but I'm going to turn it on anyway. the coin door lights up down there. It does say 25 cents. We have a shot of it closer. New Wave Toys. The volcano buttons lit up, and of course the marquee lit up as well. Replicade presents the Atari Asteroids. And again, I'll get a closer shot in a second, but around the bezel here, in the arcade machine, it was kind of a 3D effect where the bezel was cardboard, but they angled it in a little bit. It kind of like smoothed in a little bit, and they did recreate that here a little bit, and the screen looks great. Of course, Asteroids is a vector game, like Tempest, but it's only a black and white because it's before Tempest. But it's just a beautiful looking game. Now there's a volume control back here. I'm gonna make sure the volume's all the way up. And we have our two buttons over here. I think this one's gonna be the menu on the right. Let's see. Yes. So the right button brings up a menu, and the options we have in here, we could turn the marquee on or off. How many start lives? It's starting with 4. I always played it with 3, but it's currently set to 4 right now. The arcades I always played was 3 lives. Attract mode is currently off, and it saves a high score. And right now it's set. You could reset that as well. So again, just by looking at it, this display panel looks the part. It looks really, really nice. Funny thing is, I love Asteroids. Neil Henry's a friend of mine. He has a user group called Old Made New, and he actually made me a Coleco Asteroids for a request. I love Asteroids. But let's get out of this menu. I'm not going to change anything right here. Okay, I thought we'd get a closer look here. The machine looks really, really good. I mean, I love this control panel, how it looks. Did a very nice job with the volcano buttons on there for your player 1 and player 2. All the buttons feel really good. They have a nice spring action to them. Now, the original arcade used leaf switches, not micro switches, so they never made noises. These are probably a little bit harder to press, but I can accept that for a recreation like this. The light up marquee up here never comes across very good on camera, but that looks good. But it's a screen. I'm going to zoom in here for a little bit, get a little bit closer here. But that screen looks just fantastic, and I know they spent a lot of time trying to find the right kind of screen. But that screen for a vector, it's not a vector monitor, obviously, but it just looks so good. And the 3D effect they tried to do here with the bezel around there. The original machine did have a recessed screen with the cardboard going in and encompassing it. So it did a really good job even with that. Again, the beautiful job up here. Coming down to the coin doors, to these owl coin slots over here. This one here will bring up your menu when you press this one in here. The machine will just freeze for 1 second to bring up a menu. There's some options. You could turn your marquee on and off. You could change your starting lives. You're starting off with 4. When I played in the arcades, there's always 3 ships. You can also have an attract mode. It's currently off, but you could turn that on and reset the high score. So press that again to turn that off. And of course the coin door does open, which is nice. You can store some stuff in there if you wanted to. You can see the one LED. Most of the other machines, the LEDs were inside the actual coin doors. But since these are metal, you got the 25 cents right there. And that 25 cents is nice, seeing as how Dragon's Lair was 50 cents, right? But again, a beautiful job they did on here with the machine. Even on the back, take a look at it again. Just very well done. Wood looks really, really good. I just would like what New Wave Toys makes. They just really make nice items, and I think also they're priced very reasonably. I mean, I got this on their pre-order, and it was $99 for the machine, and with shipping it came to like $119, which I think is extremely reasonable for something this good. And again, these volcano buttons and that screen. I know I'm jabbering on, but the screen does look good. So I got the volume up all the way, I believe, to make sure. Yes, it is. And I'm going to put some coins in, which I'll do with this button down here. We can see we're ready. Press start. And again, the screen looks phenomenal. It really, really does. So let's hit player 1. Is volume up or down? It might be down. There we go. Volume was down. So we have our left and right. We have our thrust and fire. Now, if you notice, the shots coming out of your ship are quite enlarged. What they're doing there, or at least I believe what they're trying to do there, is simulate the phosphor effect on the vector monitors. So when you shot one of these shots out, the phosphor would glow well beyond the pixels. So they're trying to recreate that here. There's no option to turn it off. I think it might be a nice feature if they can add it in a firmware update to maybe turn that off. Just because, I mean, it looks fine, especially when you're looking through the camera. It looks probably a little bit better than it does for me right here. I'm on an angle looking at it. But it's just one of those things that when I played it in anything other than the arcade, you know, you're playing on a LCD monitor, you don't get that phosphor effect. I'm just used to the smaller dots. But again, this is a very excellent recreation of the game with that effect. Ooh, I always get shot when I nail him. Because I think maybe even sometimes the phosphor effect might appear larger than it would have been. And I died again. But it's, again, little attention to details like that. Like who would have put in an effect for the phosphor of the screen? The buttons feel excellent. You know, I know it's a very small machine. Can't talk and fire at the same time if that little UFO comes around. God, it gets me every time. We'll put the high score in, and it will save the high scores when you turn the machine off. You can reset it out, of course, if you need to. There we are. Took first place. Really bad score for me. In the arcades, I used to turn this over. I don't think it supports it. It might have been nice to support like the Dragon's Lair and the Street Fighter, an external controller. But I know this was a very limited release. I'm really glad I got one. I think if you're an Asteroids fan, an Atari fan, especially the classic one, you really will enjoy this. But let me give you some of my final thoughts. Okay, what's my final thoughts of the new Wave Toys Asteroids? Well, once again, I'm very happy with my purchase. Again, they're not that expensive for what you get. I mean, these are about $100 plus shipping. I paid $119 for this. And they do just really nice work. The detail they put in is really good. The sounds sound really good, excellent actually. What really gets me most out of this is it's a vector display game. And regular monitors, you know, LCDs are not designed to draw them. But the screen they used right here, the blacks on the background is perfect. And the whites on here, it really does look like it's a vector display, although of course it's an LCD display. But they did a lot of work and research to get just the right display. And I think they did it. It looks really, really good. The light-up marquee looks great. The buttons feel a little harder than they normally would on the arcade machine, but they're tiny buttons. But they still work very well. They look the part, and they do it right. The control panel, the key door, everything looks great. Now, if there was anything negative about it, it was not a huge negative. I understand what they were going for. The phosphor effect, when you shoot your bullets, or the alien ships shoot their bullets, they're trying to give an effect of a glowing around it. So it'll look a lot larger than it normally would. And on a screen this small, it just looks a lot larger than it would have been on a regular TV set. So maybe the only thing I would suggest, maybe in a firmware update, is maybe being able to turn that off, just have the dots, or being able to lower or soften the effect. But again, that's just a very small thing, and something that could always be fixed in software. But other than that, there's really not much bad things I can say about it. If you like Asteroids, these old type of machines, there are apparently only about 3,500 being made, and I got 1,000 over here, number 1,020 actually. So you might want to grab one of these. It's a nice job. Once again, from New Wave Toys, another happy purchase. So I want to thank you all for watching this quick little video, and maybe I'll do another one later with all the New Wave Toys that we have right now. But don't miss out, because once they're gone, I think they're gone. So I want to thank you all for watching. Remember, everyone, no matter what you do or how you do it, just remember to game on.
Glenn at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.